Somebody gonna talk before me while I get set up.
What's up?
What's up, Ryan? What's new?
Nothing.
You, you're looking and you're feeling better.
Yeah, yeah. Still got to take it easy on the heavyweights for the shoulder, but I'm a lot better than I was.
A lot better.
I
What's
got some
feeling good?
nice those smart, easy adjustable dumbbells yesterday.
Which ones you
So
get?
I just got the Fit RX ones,
Fit
up
or
to 52.5 pounds.
hey, whatever works.
Because I got the unscrew, put plates on kind, and that really slows the workout down.
Which ones are those? What brand?
The ones that I just bought,
The old ones.
oh, they're just, I don't know. I just bought them off of Facebook Marketplace.
Ah,
They're just the generic dumbbells with with the screw collars.
with the screw cop. Those the OGs.
Yeah, that really slows the workout down. It's like I don't even want to change the weight sometimes. I'm like,
Messes
damn, I'll
up your
just
flow.
yeah. But these other ones are great.
Oh man. Yeah, we need the good ones.
Yeah, do need the good ones.
All right. What else? Who else got some wins today? No one.
My
I incorporated yoga into my workout this morning.
Shut the
So
front door. You're a liar.
no, really did, man. Wife talked me into doing some yoga
huh?
yesterday. Felt great.
My wife told me I look funny behind the steering wheel because I'm so far away from it now.
What?
She said, Did you move your seat back?" I said, "I can't move my seat back any further." She's like, "Well, you just look weird at sitting there. You're so far away from the steering wheel." Just because my belly's smaller.
That's a win.
It is a win.
That is a win if I ever heard one.
That's awesome.
Dude, your body, I think you're going through some body recomp now too.
Somewhat.
Body recomp.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So if
A lot
anybody
of things
doesn't know
are.
what that is, Ryan messaged me, what was it, earlier today or last night? My days blending.
Um, I don't know. Maybe both days. I don't know.
Maybe both days. He messaged me, he was no scale victories this
Oh
week.
yeah, that was today.
No scale victories, but feeling and looking better. Is that
Yeah,
good assessment? So
yeah,
he's had to greatly scale back his weight training, greatly scale back the weight training, but now you've started again. And he could be putting on, he's got muscle memory, so it's easier to bring it back the second time, third time, fourth time for you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe more.
Just laughs. Easier to bring it back, but if you're feeling better, looking better, there's a strong chance that you are dropping pounds and replacing it with that muscle memory. That's a win. I'm gonna take it. You take it?
The hormones are on speed dial now. So,
The hormones are on speed dial now.
well, I told you I started that TRT, and it has greatly helped how I feel.
You seem very chipper.
It's odd, isn't it?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I like it. Who else got some wins today? Wins from the weekend.
I'm picking up weights I never thought I'd ever pick up in my life.
What'd you get?
I benched a 25-pound dumbbell.
Heck yeah.
I've been squatting with 40s. I can barely take it off the rack, but I'm doing my squats with 40. So I am like beyond pumped. Plus, I found a whole bunch of high protein recipes that are actually tasting really good.
Where'd you find them?
Instagram, it's a woman called Michaela Thomas. I'm sure most people have seen her on Instagram. She meal preps, but they're real small. So it's real easy to make for like one person. And today I had protein pasta with shrimp and like taco seasoning and Greek yogurt, tomatoes, onion, shredded lettuce. And right now, I'm making chicken to go into a spinach dip with Quest chips.
Ooh.
It's like 56 grams of protein, and it just looks amazing.
All right.
We'll report back tomorrow after lunch.
We'll report back tomorrow after lunch. I like it. I always I always need more recipes. As you could see, if you saw the last picture, I'm kind of a creature of habit. So that gets very boring very quick. And I've been dialed in with my cut. So I'm gonna be looking to, once vacay's over, get back on some recipes and all that fun stuff.
I'll send you her account on Instagram tonight.
You promise?
I promise I'll do it right now.
All right. Make it happen. What else? I have a bunch of good recipe guides that I made in the day. I just need to share them. I've been saying this for way too long now that I need to create like a page on my site where it's just all of the guides so it's a quick, easy link. But it's just, you know, I'm all sides of it. I don't have the administrative assistant doing all that upload and fun stuff. I code it all. I do the workout, so I end up I guess dropping I drop the ball on that other fun stuff where I forget to make those sites. But I'll share them all somewhere. I'll get them all up there eventually. My win is doing my strength training now instead of being like, oh no, I ran out of time and can't multitask during the call. I like that. The Misfit protein bar was good.
It was like a candy bar. I felt like I was completely cheating. It was really good.
So we tried it after the last call and you went with it.
Tom, I lost 3 pounds.
You lost 3?
Finally.
Can I just tell you, your friend who you referred to me,
Oh, yes.
I love
She's,
working with her.
I love her too. She's so wonderful, and I'm so glad.
And she's just kicking butt and she's so excited for her trip with you next week to
Oh, I
Disneyland.
know. I know.
She,
Thank you. Well, you can bring us hats. We'll see you aren't we going to see you? Oh, no, we won't see you till
you won't see
Dis
me at Disneyland.
Disneyland until January.
I made a mistake. I only ordered 25 hats. I,
Oh,
I have one hat for Adam left,
nice.
one hat for Tom, and I had to give away Kim's hat. So there's another round of hats coming. I'm probably gonna get a white this time as well because
Oh, yeah. I'll wait for Wayne.
you wait for white and you'll be out here when?
January.
January. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have time.
Unless I change my mind and come for wine and dine for just to cheer everybody on. I haven't decided.
I mean, it never.
It's just an easy flight from West Coast to East Coast.
I don't. I support it. I support it. I mean, I like bad decisions, especially when they're Run Disney related. You're going to January out there?
Yeah,
All right, so I'll see you out there for that.
but I'll
Well,
see you before then.
yeah, I'll see you. Well, I'll
Dopey.
see you.
My first dopey.
You excited or nervous?
I'm excited.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be. All right, all right. What are we talking about tonight? Hydration? Who feels like they're on point with hydration? I got a meh from Heidi. It's just one person gave a meh. Couple people.
I am still deeply scarred from being a teacher and not being able to use the bathroom all day.
Bob's laughing at you.
Because it's true. It's to the point where I find using the bathroom to be such an inconvenience of life that it keeps me from drinking what I should drink. I had scheduled bathroom breaks. I could go to the bathroom when my kids went to special, so hopefully that was sometime in the middle of the day. And I ate lunch with my class, and then I could go again at the end of the day.
Let me
That's-
defend Let me defend the laughter for a second. I was married to a teacher for 30 years and she retired now, so I get it.
We eat stupid fast.
Yeah.
And we don't have time to go to the bathroom, therefore we do not drink water.
So when I was coaching, I feel your pain. When I was coaching group fitness, it was the same way because it's an hour long class and like you're really not supposed to leave the room. It's very frowned upon. And I don't know if I must have gotten too comfortable in my as I got better at it and knew what I was doing. But we got to a point where we were the second largest in the brand in the state of Florida. We had 980 members. So I had a 5 a.m. class, a 6 a.m. class, a 7 a.m. class, and an 8 a.m. class. And I was done by 9 a.m. Like that was my day. But they're hour-long classes. They're not meant to be done back to back. They're meant to have 15-minute gaps, which is also for the coach to go potty. So when the owners get greedy and say, hey, we're going to run them back to back to back, generally the workout is like 55 to 56 minutes. It's built out. It's completely timed and built out. There's a 2 to 3 minute stretch at the end, and that leaves about 60 seconds to kick people out and get people back in. And no time for you. So during that crazy pre-COVID phase, I would feel so blessed when there were 2 to 3 minute intervals on the treadmill. Like, oh man, there's a 3 minute, they're going to be doing their thing for 3 minutes. I would run to that restroom so fast, and I got the art of 30-second potty breaks and hand washes down pat. So now that you know all about my potty history. We'll dive a little on the hydration. But yeah, teacher, you can't leave because those are like children. Adults like can kind of fend for themselves. Just hopefully. Also, I live in Lake Nona. It's referred to as Medical City, so there was always a doctor in the room. Like almost always a doctor in one of my classes that also could use the AED if necessary. Never had to use it, knock on wood. But oh, Ryan, share an end of season sale on UFOs. Don't miss it in the chat. But yeah, you can't leave kids. I think you'll get fired for that, right? They froze. They'll can you for that?
You will get in major trouble. And I taught the last few years of my in classroom, like my teaching career, I taught fifth graders, and you do not want to leave fifth graders alone. They do stupid shit.
Poor kids. It's a tough time. We got
So
good with hydration, usually 100 ounces. I was in the classroom for a while, so I understand the teacher bladder. Think I'm good, sort of good. I have been the last week. Me. All right, everybody's good on hydration. We'll just skip it tonight. We'll just keep it open. I'm chit chat mode. No, we go into hydration. Amanda said she's not, so boom. This one's for you. We can see my screen.
Yes.
Oh, look, I found out how to put video on there, so now the water moves. I learn more and more about tech every day. Why hydration is essential for strength training tonight, how runners benefit from proper fluid balance, what dehydration actually does to the body, creatine and hydration. So I've mentioned before, creatine pulls water into the muscles. So good, you got to be hydrated when you're taking creatine. Practical steps to help you stay on top of it all. Basically, stay hydrated. So, why it matters? The body is about 60% water. Every metabolic process in the body, every muscle contraction, every calorie burn depends on hydration. Think of water like the oil in the engine. Without it, everything grinds, slows down, and overheats. Anybody ever hit a major dehydration where you're like serious dehydration where you're dying? Close to death, near death experience? No. I deal with a lot of runners. Y'all come prepared.
Maybe coupled with some heat illness.
Yeah?
Yes, when I was in the military.
Oh, they don't play games right there. They don't play games. I once had anybody done CrossFit in the past? No? Handful of y'all, maybe. I had a kid in my class for the first time years back, and actually it was a woman. I lied. It was a woman, and she came up to me like 40 minutes in the class. She goes, "Excuse me, when is the water break?" And I'm like, Whenever the hell you pull the bottle out." I didn't know what she meant. Wayne did CrossFit. I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Oh, well, I'm not my CrossFit. You're not allowed to drink water unless the coach tells you you can drink water." And I was like, "Get the GTFO, get out of here. I am there. There will be no me waiting for somebody telling me it's okay to drink water. I'm a hydrating fiend. I love water. Third one today on a big bottle. Oh, I'll be up all night.
You know, back in the daytime, it used to be that way. Basketball practice, football
I had to
practice,
wait.
you go. Back in the 60s and 70s, no, we're going to toughen you up.
I would have. I would have not.
Suck it up. You just have to do without.
That's right.
You too, Larry.
Yeah, we had to wait for water breaks.
Oh yeah, football
Yeah.
practice, any of that stuff. It was you get water when we tell you.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
I'm sorry, Bob. You're not just a couple of years older than me, so yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, man.
I remember it too. I also remember the 1, 2, 3 at the water fountain in elementary school. Nobody carried like a water bottle with them anywhere.
That's true. I remember that. But luckily, I was lazy in high school and junior. I didn't play many sports, so I never had issues getting water breaks on the team sports. Like that's mind blowing to me. You imagine telling the kid right now he couldn't have water. Their parents would be at the school yesterday. They would be, oh my God, back on track. But the negatives of dehydration. When you dehydrated even 2%, the performance starts to drop. Negatives include slower strength and endurance, so less gains. You're going to be winded more. You're going to just break down faster. Reduce metabolism and fat oxidation. Increase cravings and false hunger signals. If you're somebody that's like says you're always hungry, the easiest hack you can do to find out if you're actually hungry is to drink some water. Drink water, come back in 10, 15 minutes, see if you're still hungry. Just delay it. You might just need something in you that can definitely help with the hunger, the cravings. Brain fog, poor focus, low mood. Big one here, higher injury risk. I noticed this when when you go deep into a cut, which is why I don't do it often anymore. When you go deep in and you're trying to get paper thin and skin thin looking abs, one of the easiest things to cut out ends up being carbohydrates because they're not essential. Your body can work without carbohydrates. You hold less water in the body. That's why you'll see a substantial weight. Anybody who starts keto gets a very quick, substantial weight loss because they're peeing a lot and you're just retaining less fluid. You end up drinking more, which flushes more water out of you. But when I first toyed with that and I was trying to get super lean, the cramps would come on. I remember the first terrifying set of cramps I had. It was like somebody took razor blades to my calves. Calf cramps are no flipping joke. That I calves and hamstrings. I remember a few times my hamstrings just locking up in bed and rolling out of the bed and like trying to writhe around on the floor just to open them up and get a little stretch. Brutal. And I go to stand up, they lock up again. And the only thing you can do is just try to get to the kitchen, get some water if you don't have it sitting there. But the tight muscles and poor joint lubrication, that that's why I have no desire to get down to that level anytime soon again. Doesn't just make you thirsty, it sabotages your transformation results. How do you determine how much water you actually need? Dale, I'm gonna go into two different methodologies there. I'll go into a good rule of thumb later, and then just the way I track it. Could have picked a better picture than this guy in these biker shorts. Pretty aggressive here. We'll keep it rolling. I feel like that had to be Krista that laughed. Krista always gets,
Maybe.
oh, you always get a chuckle on stuff like that. Hydration on strength training. So muscle contractions. The muscle needs water and electrolytes to contract properly. Dehydration causes early fatigue, even cramping. So that's exactly what I'm talking. I can tell if I'm dehydrated in the gym. It's the cramp comes on so easily. And sometimes I like it. Like if it's a bicep cramp, I actually don't mind it. It's kind of a weird thing, but like I need water. Today I started noticing it this morning. My mouth got a little parched and I was okay, better get ahead of it. Strength output actually goes down. With mild dehydration, strength can reduce about 5 to 10%. Another reason, like, yeah, you might, if you go into a big box gym, it's not uncommon. And it might be, you know, something I might notice more than somebody who's been doing it for only 3 to 6 months. But you can see guys that will blow me out of the water. Like guys that just they're probably not natural and they're doing very lightweight and they look, a week or two out from a show, they're doing very lightweight. They're cutting pretty hard and they get those cramps. And you're like, that guy's a giant. What's he doing lifting fives? And that's why they're just trying to keep the muscle moving and not and they're struggling to get the weight up just because they're so depleted. And there comes that water cut kind of has an effect on that. Struggle with the warm-up weight. That's the difference between hitting a PR and struggling with your warm-up weight. That's never a good sign if you're struggling with the warm-up weight. Recovery and growth. Water helps transport aminos from protein and glucose from carbs into the muscle and for repair and growth. So again, that's it. Cutting the carbs out. We have less glucose. Boom. That water's not transporting. No bueno. It is gonna make not for a good recovery, which just leads you to feeling like crap on the long term. The pump and performance. Some of y'all, only been doing this for 6 weeks on the strength training. Is getting a muscle pump new to anybody? Or anybody like not feel that? Did it freak you out the first time, Lori?
A little, just like certain parts of it, because I did group fitness for about 10 years. And it was very fast paced and like 45 minutes in and out. So it was a lot of like boom, 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 like, at a station, work one side, work the other. So it was a lot of that kind of stuff. So just like that's why I think the rest period in between is really hard for me but I've been trying to force myself to lift heavier. Like I can now do 17 and a halves on my bicep curls, things like that. So it's different for sure. Like I've never done traditional weightlifting.
All right. I like it. I like it. It's interesting you say that about the group fitness because a lot of group fitness just doesn't, it's very go, go, go. And I mean, that's where I started. That was like really where I got into coaching. And it was interesting to watch the trajectory of the brand. And, you know, fortunately, they're based in South Florida. So about 3 hours from me, I was able to visit the headquarters multiple times, talk to the people, global brand like that. They had one team that designed the workouts for the world. So you go to one location, I could do a workout here and it'd be the same one you guys are doing near you. And it was very go, go, go when I started. And knowing the guys that designed the workouts, talking to them, they're like, we're trying to pivot away from that and watching them try to incorporate rest and get people on board with it because they know the benefits of taking rest between sets for maximizing performance. It was like we put it up on the screen, we put it in the workout, but people just don't want to follow. And I'm like, all your coaches are dealing with the same thing because you get addicted to that go, go, go and jumping station to station and move, move, move. If you don't sweat, it's not a good workout, is a lot of the mentality. So there's some more insights from it does, Amy, that does create more cardio than strength. It's very difficult to like go up in the weight each time in a lot of group environments, which that's the basis of strength training is a progressive overload. That takes it back to call like number two. Pump and performance. Adequate hydrate. Oh, I went into that. So I did that one. But yes, I like the pump feeling. If if you ever want to see a funny video, look on YouTube for Arnold Schwarzenegger from Pumping Iron, the movie, talking about the pump, and it's pretty funny. Ryan, do you know that quote?
I wasn't hearing you. What'd you say? Sorry.
You know the quote from Pumping Iron that Arnold Schwarzenegger said about the pump?
No.
You absolutely need to look it up when we're off this call. Nobody else has to, but you definitely have to.
Okay.
Are you talking about the quote where he's like, when I'm on stage, I'm feeling a certain type of way. I'm not gonna say, the baits.
Exactly that. It's exactly,
Okay, thank you. All right, I know what you're talking about.
it's exactly that quote. You see, you wouldn't even say. That's why I didn't say it. You won't even say it on here. In front.
That's right.
So if you want to lift heavy, recover faster, and build lean muscle, hydration isn't optional. It's essential. Why do I gotta fit in before the next challenge? I'm gonna figure out why those titles don't show up without 2 clicks. Hydration for runners. Benefits include cardiovascular efficiency. Water helps maintain blood volume so your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump oxygen to the muscles. That's, you do a hot race, you start getting dehydrated, you notice that. You feel your heart just, I know I do. My heart starts pumping. I mean, as much FOMO as I have for California next in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever y'all are going to do Disneyland, I am like after the stories last year, I'm like, you know what? I don't mind not running in that heat. Hopefully, it's better weather than it was last year. Temperature regulation. Running raises your core temp quickly. Sweating is the body's cooling system. If you don't replace the fluids, you overheat faster and your pace suffers. All of these things suck when running. I've been through all of those and those little. If you ever catch me at a water station, I'm the guy grabbing like 7 different ones. I refuse. I'm sorry. I refuse to carry the backpack around. I don't want to bog myself down with extra weight and really just it doesn't look good with the costume. I'm sorry. So I'll just chug down those little waters. Endurance. A hydrated runner maintains pace longer, while dehydration can slow you down within the first 20 to 30 minutes. When we go to the Disney races, my car ride down there about 20 at 5 a.m., about, at 3 a.m., 25, 30 minutes at the max. I'm chugging down one of these with an LMNT in it just to get some extra hydration and get some electrolytes in the system, along with my coffee. Back to joint and tissue health. Proper hydration keeps the joints lubricated, reduces impact stress, lowers injury risk. Hydrated runner is faster and safer and happier. Stay hydrated. Oh man, I'm running low. Might go for 4 today. Benefits of proper hydration and nutrition. Combining the two, you get more energy with the workouts, faster muscle repair and recovery, better control over hunger and cravings, more efficient fat burning, sharper focus and motivation. It's definitely the foundation that makes your training and nutrition plan actually work. I think it's really overlooked and with a lot of people. And I am a I am a creature of habit. I think coaching for so long, I can't go into a gym without watching people. And so then I see people that, and they ask, I get questions all the time. It's, it's generally there's a guy in the sauna suit at every gym. And he always wants to ask, hey, how do I lose more weight? How do I lose more weight? Well, the sauna suit doesn't do it. That's going to just make you sweat. But then I watch the guy work out and he's struggling to lift. I'm like, you just sweat everything out and didn't replenish any hydration. Now you're trying to lift. Just a recipe for disaster. I noticed as I really dialed up, I was forgetting to drink water. I would do about one of these a day mixed with like, maybe I'd have a couple protein shakes or whatever. And and when I got deeper in the cut, drinking the water regularly, I noticed it was just easier to stay compliant on my goals and my numbers because I was just, all right, water, not hungry, water. I want to hear about these electrolytes. I'm gonna go back through those comments. Creatine and hydration. I had a creatine question, so I'll dive back after I cut through all this because this is like a wall of information. Sometimes I go overboard. What is creatine? Creatine helps the muscles produce quick bursts of energy. ATP. Bonus points if you can tell me what that stands for. I did cover it on the creatine call.
Adenosine triphosphate.
You shouldn't have been allowed to answer. This is your field. You know these things. You know energy systems. Shouldn't have allowed that. I thought it was going to be you or Heather. Adenosine triphosphate. It means better strength, power, and endurance during high intensity training. Hydration role. Creatine pulls the water into your muscle cells. Cell volumization improves hydration inside the muscles, which supports performance and recovery. Almost gives them a more puffier, fuller look. Yeah, fuller look. So that's that dials in, and I relate with a lot of Denise knew it too. Sorry, Denise, you weren't quick. You got to be quicker next time, girl. Um, as I was deep in the cut, I guess I told you all that I went low on the carbs the past 2 weeks just because that was the easiest thing to cut. Went to a 100th birthday party this weekend. Number one, 100 years old, World War II vet. My father-in-law's father, just it's not my wife's grandfather. It's a, you know, second marriage after there's a whole thing. So amazing, just talking to 100 guys, 100. This man comes up to me and goes, I don't know why they threw me a party in August. My birthday's not till November. They must not think I'm gonna make it. Still like just on point. He said it in a complete joking manner. And I was just, he has my wife 3 times if she was one of his grandkids. And but he was sharp as a tack playing with my dog. And I was just like, whoa, where was I going with that? But we went to this party and obviously I ate off plan. I I wasn't even gonna try. I said, going to the beach for the weekend, we're gonna enjoy. The first night we had dinner, I blew up. Well, it was pasta. I had a pasta. We went to an Italian place. If you're ever on Palm Coast and you go to the European Village, if anybody's ever been there, it's a it's a strange place. But I had pasta for the first time in a couple months. The next morning, I blew up. The carbs went right to my system, filled the muscles. I stayed very hydrated and just kind of puffed back up and filled in. And I didn't bloat, but I puffed up. So things that happen when that cell volumization, creatine cognitive processing. When I went into that, but I'm gonna go more into it. I'm gonna go more into it. Ba da ba ba ba. Where was I? Benefits. Increases strength and power output. Guaranteed. It's known, it's studied. Improves recovery between sets. Enhances muscle fullness and growth over time. Because creatine draws water in the muscles, you do need you do need to drink more water when supplementing. Otherwise, you risk cramping or feeling dehydrated elsewhere in the body. So if you're using creatine, bump up the water intake to support it. An additional like 16 ounces should do the trick. Should do the trick. If you notice any cramping, bump it up to 24, bump it up to 32. Just gradually increase. What about creatine and cognitive processing? This is I've been nerding out on this for like the past 2 years, and there's a ton of just new science coming out. At creatine, it's got to be since the probably 70s, 60s that it's been considered a strictly muscle building supplement, and it helps with fitness goals. Now they're seeing that anywhere from 15, 20, 25 grams of creatine a day has cognitive benefits. I've been probably hitting the 20. I've been hitting 20 mark for the past week and a half. I bumped up to 15, and I always like to, start slow. I was taking 5 grams for years. I spent 2 weeks at 10 grams, no negative side effects, no real notable benefits. went up to 15, a little better. The 20, I'm feeling like I'm talking a little faster. I'm processing a little faster and I'm getting a lot done faster. So when I make my list of things I got to do in the morning, I'm finding earlier in the day, I'm just like, all right, let's just attack it and let's go and let's get that done. And which is a benefit. I'm loving it, and I think I'm gonna try the 25. Think I'm gonna try the 25. That's why it's, the normal creatine I take is a little on the higher, probably less cost effective. I've had to switch over to a more cost efficient, 200 serving bottle of creatine because it's gone a lot faster at that point. But I'm enjoying it. And I'm noticing I'm not tired as much, but I'm also not wired to the point where I can't fall asleep. I'm conking out, like I get into bed. Even she called me out the other day. Ryan plays New York Times games. Is that what you're doing now? You playing Connections?
Me? No, I'm just scrolling.
Glad you're here. You play the
I'm
New York
listening.
Times Connections game, don't you?
I haven't played in a while, but yeah, I used to like that game a lot.
You messaged me about one of the answers once, but I play those games like before I fall asleep. They help me fall asleep. Help me fall asleep, and I fell asleep playing the mini crossword puzzle the other night, like phone in hand, and she was like, "You just dropped, like the lights are on." So I have no problem falling asleep. It's not keeping me awake. How do you know how much creatine to take? 5 grams would be the minimum for the strength and performance benefits. 15 plus is what the new science is coming out on brain benefits, and I think it's probably more noticeable somewhere around the 20 grams. Best to take it first thing in the morning with food. So food won't matter for creatine. Won't matter for creatine, but I generally will have some in my pre-workout mix. I'll have another serving waiting in my protein after that. I'll throw a little bit in my coffee later in the day, and then just in one of these shakers. So I spread it out throughout the day, which it's just one more thing I carry around with me, a bottle of creatine. It's always something with me. I take 5 gram each morning. How would I step it up? 5 gram post workout. I would say would be the second best time to take it if you're doing 5 in the morning. If you want to add a little more creatine and coffee, creatine and perimenopause. Again, you're going to see more benefit there on the strength side of things, where, not even just perimenopause, but age-related sarcopenia, where muscle pairs down after the age of, they say 50 and now they're showing 40. So Denise upped it to 10 grams daily. I like it, Denise. Say pairs down. So that's one of the benefits taking it during menopause, because you do have probably more muscle loss than a male is going to have with more testosterone. So I think that the benefit is definitely there to, if perimenopause, menopause, to have it and preserve as much muscle as possible. Again, you want to be the 80-year-old person that can run a marathon, not the 80-year-old person pushing to get out of the chair. So that's how I view on it. And I could do a whole nother call on creatine. Did I miss anything there? Boom, boom, boom. I'll go back up through this. How to stay properly hydrated. Here's the action plan. Start with water in the morning, 8 to 12 ounces before anything else except stepping on the scale. If you're a morning scale person like I am, step on the scale after the potty break before the water. That way you get a good accurate measure every day. Aim for half your body weight in ounces. More if you're sweating heavily. Is he on here? I know, no, I don't think he's on here tonight. Chris Turner does this. CC Turner, if you ever see him on the Facebook pages, real nice guy. We were talking about it. He weighs in before his run and then he rehydrates that amount, which is is smart. He finds out how much he sweat out and replenishes that way. So he got me on doing that. And now it's just become more of a, more of a habit for me to, all right, we're getting up, doing an intense workout. I'm doing an intense run. Let's hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. But half your body weight in ounces, good rule of thumb. Hydrate around the workout. So 16 ounces before, some sips during. That's where, you can sips during. I put that there because does anybody ever get the slosh feeling where you're just,
Oh yeah.
you have too much water and it's just bubbling around in
Mhm.
there? That's uncomfortable. So like you want to avoid that if you can. 16 to 24 ounces after. Use electrolytes if training hard or running long. I didn't, I was very late for all the supplements I've taken. I was very late on the electrolyte train. And I don't go a day without my LMNT now. It's, probably a better one out there. So I think Dale, your question was where to go? Where to go? How do you determine how much water you actually need? Or was it Lori's question? I don't know. They're sharing a computer.
It was my question. Dale drinks like a gallon of water a day, so
Well, he's good.
yeah. Well,
Now is that body weight in pounds or kilos for those who
Pounds.
measure as such?
Pounds. Good question, though. Good question. So that'd be the first way to, and then secondary things, just look for the signs of parched. If you're feeling a little you're already behind the ball game. Like you're in the process of being dehydrated. Again, even just a little, not severe dehydration, but if I notice that, I'm like, oh, I'm behind already. This is the big one though. Check your urine color. Pale yellow, clear, you're hydrated. If you're dark and you're, yellow, that means you need to drink more. So simple habits that create powerful results. Hydration's easy. It should be easy, unless you're a teacher and you can't leave the room to go potty. That's where the struggle comes in. No corral pee. 1 mile in. I'll go back through these. I'll finish up this part. And that way I can see everybody put it to work. So we're already focused on this, but now, I started that challenge, that little mini challenge before we did the hydration one. Probably should have rescheduled that a little bit. Now I know for the next one, but track the daily hydration, half the body weight in ounces. This is 40. I've had 3 of them, 40, 80, 120. I'm more than half, so I feel good about that. I'm a clear potty person, just so that's how I know I'm good to go. Add electrolytes if you sweat a lot. That's the LMNT is still in there. It's running low. Pair the hydration with balanced meals, protein, carbs, fats, and veggies. Hopefully, everything you've already been doing for 8 weeks. And if you're taking creatine, make sure you're getting enough extra water. Hydrate like it's your job. Watch the workouts, recovery, and results skyrocket. Again, it's an underrated thing. Not enough people put. I think in the running community, that's something they do better than bodybuilders and gym rats. I think that's something the running community definitely puts more emphasis on, and I like that. It's a huge win. Got rid of my screen. Boom. How do I close that so I can see everybody again? And then where was I going to say? I think that's the the gym rat rite of passage is to when you walk into the gym with your first gallon of water, Dale. If you carry that around, do you actually carry a gallon?
No.
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 I would have judged you hard. I don't even do that anymore.
I would have judged him hard.
I think that, oh God, you go to a lot of big box gyms and there's always one guy that's like carrying around the gallon. I'm like, now I don't know. I go down these rabbit holes. I keep reading about these microplastics. So I'm like, I don't want anything out of plastic anymore. And it's dangerous trying to be healthy. I'm obsessed with the lemonade. I haven't tried the lemonade. Krista does watermelon. That's Kim's flavor. I'm a raspberry guy.
That one's good too.
The raspberry's good. Every once in a while, I tell my friends at the over at the gym that I know a contact at LMNT and it'll ship me out a sampler box. So split the sampler with me. The unflavored is boring as all hell, and I don't like the chocolate ones. Chocolate,
Not for a run, no.
chocolate mint. Have you ever tried the mango chili?
Nah, nope, can't do that one.
Vile.
Yes.
Talk about ruining water for yourself for the day. I didn't want water the rest of the day because I was traumatized. So I threw out all like 3 or 4 of the testers. What are you drinking?
Oh, it's just some flavored water.
See, look at that. To each their own. Leslie's a mango chili person.
Ugh.
Leslie, oh.
My husband doesn't mind it.
Anyone hating it, just send it my way. Oh. If I end up getting some free ones, I will definitely fresh mint and lemon juice. That's good too. Like if you're somebody that really craves flavor, just there's little additive like Mio, not too bad. Yeah, that's hydration's good. Coffee. You always hear coffee makes you dehydrated. It does cause you to urinate more, but there's still liquid in it. So it's not as terrible, you know. It's terrible. Caffeine in general is going to just cause that. Cause that. Let's see what I missed on the chat. No, multitask. Boom, no, I got that. Covered that. Ooh, Heather, I missed that before. Crushed my 4.7 mile run on Friday. Waiting to hear how the Guardverse inmates turned out. I did my part. Oh, wait, Guardverse inmates. What did I miss?
Oh, is that the run? Someone's run?
So it's the Shawshank Hustle, and they do it up in Mansfield, Ohio, at the prison that the Shawshank Redemption was filmed. So, and they break you up into teams based on like your projected time, and then the team that has the most team members that beat the warden. So whatever, there's a guy that plays the warden, and whatever team has the most participants that beat the warden, they win. And then you get like a percentage off of your race the next year. So I don't know how I found it.
Well, they were going to say jail stay.
Yeah. You get some
Your sentence.
off your sentence. So I don't know how I found it last year, but they do really cool medals. And they do a virtual option. Well, last year I ran it much later because I was not in a position to run it at this time last year. So this is the first year I get to submit my time. But like last year, the medal was literally like a mini Bible from the movie. And then you opened it up and it had the little hammer in it. And then this year, the medal was like a replica of the tin that he opened up after he was out, and then inside is a like mini letter and money. So they do a really cool job. It's definitely on my bucket list to do live someday. It's just a little far for me. It'd be like the version of a Disney race, except a little cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd travel that far for a non-Disney race.
Yeah.
Maybe. Interesting. There's so many interesting races out there. I need to branch out from the non-Disney ones. Bob, you do Gasparilla, right?
Yes, I usually do, Tom. Great event.
I'm going to try to do that one this year.
Mm-hmm.
You can host me.
Sure.
You give me the tour.
Sure, no problem. Great event, 2 days, 4 distances, 2 races each day.
All right.
You can technically do all 4. I would not advise it, but it's possible.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
like how it just sounds like you just invited yourself to Bob's house. You're like, I'm staying with
That's
you.
cool.
I'll stay with him, but he can be my tour guide. You know, he knows the area.
Whatever you'd like, Tom.
It's a nice patio out there too.
Yeah.
Bob, I missed the crickets. I just thought I would let you know that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Tips or tricks when starting creatine? Amy, what kind of tips and tricks are you looking for? You're a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of read stuff like, oh, you're gonna bloat, you're gonna notice puffiness. Yeah, you get like a shot of energy, and I'm like already sensitive to like caffeine and stuff. So I didn't know like, is it gonna make me jittery? Am I gonna be up at night? Do I need to take it in the morning? Just like what the best practices are to start taking creatine.
Definitely not jittery. It won't have any effect on that. I mean, I'll put it in my water before, you know, my later time water before my cutoff sometimes now that I'm at the trying to spread it throughout the day. Um, you it's not so much a bloat. Your muscle gets fuller. So, you know, your tummy's not gonna bloat up, but your biceps might look fuller, which would give more of that toned look and give more definition. Like it does fill the muscle more, but it's not gonna, it's
And
not.
that's what I want. I just don't want any more tummy bloat than I already have. So
The only caveat I would say there, I mean, and it's tricky on it because there's a lot of shitty brands out there to put it bluntly.
Yep.
There's a lot of brands out there, and just make sure creatine monohydrate is the number one ingredient, and see if you can do some research on whatever the brand is, that there's not a lot of filler in there. But sometimes they just throw crap in stuff now, and that usually leads to bloating. Like and you don't realize sometimes when you're doing something until you stop doing it. Like I think it's called myprotein.com. And you could buy like 300 servings of protein for like $50 back when I was like 25 on their website. It was like stupid. But that stuff bloated me up, and switching to a better brand, I was like, I'm having the same amount of protein, same diet, and I look just less. Though it was just the fact that it wasn't that quality of a brand, and they were probably just throwing filler in there and all sorts of other crap. So
I picked up Orgain, which I've used their protein in the past. So
I'll
try it.
Only you got their creatine.
Yes.
Costco?
Yes.
I saw it there last time we went. And they're putting it on the bottle now. They're probably one of the first brands to start throwing the brain health portion on the bottle.
Yep.
And I was talking about there's that other company that they've just been flooding my feed, and it's primarily targets women, and it's creatine plus taurine. That one, if anybody gets that, I would not recommend that one at night. Taurine can keep you up. It's responsible for a little bit of energy. So if you end up getting the brand that's creatine and taurine in it, but I looked at the price, I did the math, and the creatine, it's creatine monohydrate, and it's taurine, which, just going on the quick quick search right now, you can buy 125 servings of taurine powder for $15. That'll last you 4 months, along with creatine they're charging, I think, $60 for a 30-day serving of creatine and taurine. I'm like, that's just, but they're marketing it as creatine for women. Creatine is creatine for perimenopause women, and it's the same exact ingredients as creatine and taurine. which you can buy a lot, both of them you can buy a lot cheaper, and from probably a brand not trying to gouge your pockets on that one. DNF and end in the hospital on IV. That sounds terrible. I've gotten IV before a race before. That made me feel too bloated. I did that my first dopey. After the half, I went and got IV just to. I was leaving nothing a chance that first year. Yo, what's wrong with coffee before a run? You're in a hammock right now. Find me on-
I'm gonna say Corral P, but like things move along as you run, and coffee moves things along, and that's just absolutely not anything that I would risk at a race. So that's a no. That's like a straight up no.
So that's the exact reason I drink the coffee. I start drinking my coffee before if we're leaving the house for a Disney race, again, 20, 25,
Yes,
30
Wayne.
minutes. I will drink my coffee like it's already made in the fridge, ready to go. I'll start having that right when I get up, like before I even brush my teeth, before anything else. And that way, again, too much information. I'm very comfortable with y'all 7 weeks into this. That way, by the time I get to the last, actual restrooms at Epcot, I'm already ready to use a proper toilet versus any kind of bowel movement coming on when I'm on the course and it's going to be tutu in a porta potty or even worse, a dress in a porta potty. I don't know how you women do it. Yeah, so I keep that thought in my mind where I'm like, I'm trying to get ahead of that and kickstart that process earlier. So yeah, and it does
I
make me.
suggest an Imodium before any race above 6 miles. So
Want to unclog me.
I'm going the exact opposite direction.
Same.
Imodium. Oh man. What was the new brand of electrolytes? Oh, is it called Just Ingredients? I'll look that up. Just Ingredients. Oh, okay. Electrolytes. I'm always down to try a new electrolyte. You know what I do like about LMNT? I like that they give you the recipe on their website. So if you don't want to spend all the money on it, here's exactly how you make it. Like, how many brands do that? Tell you how to make their product. Fun little thing. They did something though that's frowned upon recently. I'm not sure what it was, but I remember reading an article about them. Covered that, covered that. Boom, boom, boom. Taking a workout. Be careful going too much on the sodium. If you're taking the LMNT and the Tailwind, you should be good to go. Unless you're noticing cramping. The 210 years, such a fun race, bucket list race. People come all over. Y'all know all the good races. BCAAs. I take those too. EAAs are probably better. Essential amino acids versus the BCAAs. I'm leaning more towards taking those. Now, that's the one I sip almost first thing in the morning. Sorry if I missed this, but can you do electrolytes, creatine, and some water? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've added to my water bottle and the electrolyte. It still has electrolytes. Yeah, should never be an issue there. Corral BM. Same. I drink coffee at home for that reason. Early enough to see, Leslie knows what I'm talking about. Leslie knows what I'm talking about. What else we got? Anybody got anything else for me tonight? Get quiet there. No. What did I say? What do we got coming up on Wednesday? I think I said Wednesday's open forum call. Let's pull out the flyer. Unless I missed something. Oh man, I have too many windows open. You're so quiet.
Tom, I got a closing note for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my spinal surgery is scheduled for next week.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's good news, I think, Tom.
I think that's real good news.
I think that's good news because I'm at a point where it's difficult for me to walk to the mailbox. So Doc's pretty optimistic. But And I'm going to continue to come if you don't mind, because
Yeah.
I think this is important and I enjoy supporting it. But I think I'm going to be limited to lifting 5 or 10 pounds for like 6 weeks or so.
Find out what the doc says first.
Oh yeah, exactly.
As with that, always find out what the doc says first. Go by it 100%.
Exactly.
You'll just heal
Exactly.
faster. I want to hear more about that. We'll have to jump on a call.
Yeah, because I need to get you back on the podcast too, especially as this finishes up, so you can tell everybody how it went.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Bob, can I make a pre-surgical suggestion for you?
Well, of course.
There's a nutrient brand called Juven, and we recommend it in wound care before patients have surgery because it's basically like a nutrient and a protein boost, but it's specifically designed for like pre-surgical and higher nutrient and higher protein needs pre-surgery. So it's just a brand called Juven. They have like little single one-shot things, but we always recommend that to our wound care patients before surgeries for pre-surgical to boost up your nutrition to help with post-surgical healing.
Is
You
that
can get it on.
Juven?
Yeah, you can get it on
Yep.
Amazon.
Yep, and there's coupons
Okay.
too. Like if you go to the Juven website.
Okay.
And I highly recommend the orange.
This
That's
should be
the
a very
only
small.
flavor that was
That's
good.
good.
The
I
orange
do.
is- Yep,
This
and you
should
can
be a
just do that
small
like a
scar.
shot.
It should be like less than 2 inches, the scar. So, but still, that's thank you for that.
Juven.
Yeah, I'll remember that because I'm so juvenile.
Before I set you all free tonight, I'm going to cover a couple more things. Wednesday, we have a call. It's 5:30 this week. Wednesday's a call. There's also a Saturday call at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. These are open calls. Bring questions to them. Please bring questions to them. And thank God I just looked at the calendar. I'm gone the following week, but I will still answer questions. One of my joys on the cruise is just going up and getting up early and having coffee and checking in because I don't like to come back to chaos after. Challenge officially ends 8:31.
Okay.
That means
Oh,
weigh-ins, final weigh-ins. Please message to me them to I will repeat this every call between now and then. And I'll put it, message me anytime, if you're going away for Labor Day weekend and you got to send it on the 26th, that's fine. But definitely before the 31st. For the 31st, Labor Day won't be a call, and then we'll do a finale call on 9/3. We'll announce the winner. That's Wednesday night. And that'll be a standard 6:30 call that night. So don't forget to send me your final weigh-ins. That weekend, I will announce it again. I'll put a reminder in the chat while I'm gone. But don't forget. Don't forget. And if not, Krista will remind you. She's my assistant. Krista, your hat's probably going to be there tomorrow because you're so close to me.
Nice.
Well, Ryan. The rest of y'all, you got to wait till the next shipment. All right, y'all. Dinner time. Go get some rest. Let's finish nice and strong.
Bye.
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 See you later.